I wanted to show you a couple of knives that I just purchased on Amazon. I've been looking to have a straight bladed knife, a fixed blade as they call it, that I could start carrying. I've been carrying a lot of folded knives for quite some time. When I was a kid, I would carry a straight knife, but then as I got older, it just got to where it was kind of unacceptable as I was in the professional world. But now that I spend quite a bit of time here on the farm, I think this actually in some ways serves me better, I've been thinking, than like a folding knife. I wanted to show you in comparison to a couple other folding knives. This is one of the folding knives that I would carry as a kid. It'd be kind of like that the traditional buck knife. My dad had one just like this, and I carried it. And then this is a Kershaw. This is actually my wife's knife, but it's similar to the one that I carried for quite some time and really liked. I like the action to it, and I like how well it works. You're going to have to forgive me. I'm sweating quite a bit. It's actually pretty hot in here in the shop today, and I have to turn the fan off for the volume of the so that y'all can actually hear me good. So y'all forgive me. But I wanted to try this out. These are just a couple of knives that I bought. This one right here is a knife that I bought for a friend of mine. This one, not specifically, but one like this with a different type of handle. It's got D2 steel on it, and you'll see this one quite a bit on the TikTok shop. And you have to watch out because sometimes people will scam you. They'll show you the one, they'll show you the good one, but then they'll sell you in the link it's the bad one. That's kind of the downside to TikTok. Sometimes you have to really, really watch out for that. But this is a D2 steel. And then this one right here is another one. I haven't seen this one much on the TikTok shop. I have seen it some, but I haven't seen it come out a lot. I actually really like this knife. Now, what I found out of both of these knives is neither one of them are as sharp as everyone trying to sell them. As far as I can tell. Now, they will cut paper, but they're not like super, super razor sharp. Maybe it's just my own experience, but I bought the other one for my friend, and then I bought this one, and it's the same experience for both of them. I haven't seen either one of them to be any better, but they are good and sharp, and I think with just a little bit more, their edge would sharpen up pretty decent. From what I was reading in the comments, I haven't tried it myself. You know, this one is slightly, not quite as hard as the D2 steel, like this one. But what a lot of people were saying was it's almost as hard, but it's easier to sharpen, especially if you don't have that a diamond sharpener. This one is quite a bit easier to sharpen than this one, but yet it stays sharp almost as long as this one. Now, I bought both of these right here, thinking that this one was quite a bit larger than this one right here. But when you compare them side by side, let's see if I can get a good camera angle to that right there. This one is not that much larger. It's only just a little bit larger than that one. It's just fatter this way. But I really like the fact that the blade or the handle is a little bit thinner on this one. Because one thing and it's even thinner than this one right here too. One reason why I stopped carrying fixed blades, and I mean I've tried to carry them several times, is because a lot of times the fixed blades are just too big and bulky and too heavy. Now, when I was a kid, I used to be big into Bushcraft, and this is what I would use quite a bit. This along with a big, one of those big classic buck knives, and I really, really loved them. But then, like I said, none of those other knives would go that well as a fixed blade, you know, in the modern world. They were just too big. So now I wanted to try these other knives, and that's one thing. I found these on Amazon, so I'm just experimenting. I just want to see. Y'all throw it in the comments and let me know what fixed blades you use. Do you like fixed blades? Do you like folding knives better? Maybe you're in a place that you can do it better. I will say, out of both of these, I like both of them. That's why I bought my friend this one. One thing I like out of this one is this one has an excellent retention. I would not be afraid to use this one upside down on a belt. It works excellent. It has this if you want to use it. It has a quick release. You can clip it to your belt. I really do like that. I will say, if I wore it upside down on my belt, for myself, a lot of times any knives that I've tried to use in the past, in a configuration like this, especially fixed blades, they'll get caught, especially when I'm climbing onto like a side-by-side or into my truck or something like that, which I actually do quite a bit of now. I'll climb in and out of things like that, and that will get caught. And if this has any weakness at all, then it's going to tear it up. If it doesn't have any weakness, it just stretches and stretches and stretches, and eventually it works those screws out or something. So that's been my issue with it. So for myself, I think I would have to try turning it like sideways on the waistband or something like that. But it is something I want to try. I'll say with this one, I love the feel of this one. I like it more than this one. But the sheath itself does not have the same retention. It's got good retention, but I would be a little nervous having it upside down because I feel like you bumped it wrong. If you climbed into a seat, I feel like it could even be dangerous. It could work itself loose, and then that would be sticking straight up at your waist, and I feel like that could be dangerous. If there was a way to tighten this up, then I feel like it would tighten up just fine and do good. But it's because the blade here protrudes past this way, and that makes it harder to make it tighter. When your blade, the spine of your blade goes straight with the knife here, it's a lot easier to have retention on your sheath. This one right here, it kind of takes that away. So it may be the nature of the game when it comes to this specific knife. May not have much of a choice to have that. But at any rate, I do love them both. I love the fact, like, this one has a different style clip. I'm going to try them both out and just see which one I like. I'm really leaning towards this one as far as what I like. One reason why is I love this right here. I love the fact that I can carry it and hold it like this. I like that little thumb retention. I also like the fact that it's not too big. If you look at it, it's actually a little smaller even than this one right here. Let's see. Let's compare it to that one. It's pretty comparable. When you really put them there and there, that's pretty comparable in size. But in weight, this one's lighter. This is the lightest knife out of all of these. These might be comparable. This one feels like it has better balance. I hold it right. Let's see. That's pretty good balance. That's just a tick off of where this finger is. It's not quite there, but it's a tick off. But if I do that one, there's no way. I mean, the balance is way back here. So the balance is not quite as good as far as that goes. Another thing about this one over this one, and like I said, I really like this knife, and it works excellent holding like this, okay? When you turn it over to, say, cut a piece of rope or something like that, all of a sudden, this is really big, and like if you're cutting a piece of rope, I use a knife quite a bit like this. If I'm cutting a piece of rope or something like that, I'll grab it like that, and it just kind of digs into your hand, and it works, but it's not super comfortable. Whereas this one, because it's a smaller, you see that the ring isn't quite as big and aggressive. When I hold it like this, very comfortable. I turn it over like this, I don't notice it. It's actually it feels the same as this one right here. Like I really enjoy the knife in either direction. So I feel like they did a really good job in the design overall. It looks like they even made it to where if someone had smaller hands, that's a bit too small for my hands, but they put a little bit of a grip even here for that finger for some guys, and then for some guys with smaller hands, they could use this as a grip. For me, I'm going to use it in that configuration, and it's just grippy no matter where I put it. And I like the green. This comes in a couple different colors, but I do like that green. So I'm going to go with this one, I think, or at least for a time. I want to try it and just see, am I a fixed blade man or not? I want to be a fixed blade man. I love fixed blades, but can I be a fixed blade man? Obviously, when I'm in the woods, I can be a fixed blade man all day. I think that fixed blades, honestly, are ideal. They're the best, but they're not always practical. They're not always possible. On this rifle, as a comparison, can y'all tell that I like green? I really do like green. I like either for me, it's like it's an army green or kind of a desert green or brown or even natural colors like wood and things like that. But if I'm going to go away from wood, I'm not big on the black. I actually prefer something more like that. But this right here, this has a little knife sheath. This is a fixed blade that I carry on that rifle strap. It's really about perfect for that hunting knife because it's a good backup skinning knife. This is not my primary skinning knife, but this is going to be like a backup. Like, you know, I get away, all I have is my rifle, and I can field dress, worst case, with that if I don't have anything else. So I like having knives anywhere I can, and usually it's going to be a fixed blade if it's possible. So the question is, not am I a fixed blade man, but can I be a fixed blade man? I've always loved the desert, kind of this desert green almost color of these pistols right here. This is my service pistol, and I like that color. So it is a little bit different. It's more like an army green, but I just wanted to show you in comparison because a lot more people would recognize that color right there. So I'll put that to the side. But so that's kind of in comparison. I think I would almost rather that more of a desert green. But I like green. I like different colors. This is a pretty good size. I really think I'm going to like this. So guys, throw it in the comments. Tell me, have you tried this? Have you tried this brand? I don't know anything about this brand. I don't know how it's going to hold up. I am going to put a little bit more of an edge on it. But as far as the feel goes, I really like it. If y'all know of any other knives that are similar to this that I could try out, let me know. And if there are any sponsors, obviously, that want to, you know, sponsor me and send me a knife for me to try out, I would be glad to try it out, just because I am trying out fixed blades right now. But y'all throw it in the comments, and as always, I will let y'all know.